Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich Somalia. Let us continue on from where we last left off. Again, I apologize for lack of videos. I feel like I do this at least once a month, where there's just a few days where I don't upload anything. Look, I'm in my final year of school. There's a lot of shit going on, okay? I apologize again for that, though. But here we are, currently in sort of late 1938. And we're trying to get our way down to finally put down the lion once and for all. That's it. We just don't want, like, Ethiopia, they're over here, they're hanging out, they got 4 divisions on the border, we have 11. I don't know if you're aware of this, right? This might be, it's a little bit of a trade secret. I don't know if too many people know this at the moment. 11 is a bigger number than 4. So I'm hoping we can make this a quick and decisive victory against the Ethiopians. Now, they have somewhere between 12 and 39, so at minimum they have 12 divisions. But if we just ignore that minimum being higher than our maximum, then we're basically fine. Somalian greatness is going to get us where we need to be, okay? They may have up to 39 divisions. That's a little scarier. I'm sure those troops are probably on the border with, you know, Kenya, Egypt, Germany over here as well. They've got a lot of people they're probably a little bit mad at. But I'm pretty sure... let's go with... What do we have? We have 6 factories right now. We're at 303. I guess we just go more civilian factories. And then we're just going to keep on buying equipment. Like, what do we need right now? Are we training troops? We're training 2 camels. Our maximum right now is 14. So our real plan right now is just making these divisions larger. Import artillery, import support equipment. That, I think, is our game plan right now. What are we actually building? Building trucks and rifles? I mean, it seems reasonable. That seems good to me. So, anti-aircraft we don't need. Don't need AA. Don't need anti-air. Is nobody selling this artillery? We're selling anti-tank weapons? Let's see, can we buy... I'm gonna buy these anyway. I'm gonna see if we can at least buy these tanks. Again, I don't think we can actually make a division out of them, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure you need to actually research the tanks to put the tanks into the army. For some reason, just having them on hand is not good enough. Now, I'm sure we could probably just research the basic tank, the interwar tank, and throw them into our army somewhere. So if we buy the 39 tanks, we need to do that. That's fine. It'll be a very, 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 very small tank division. It's probably going to have like 1 battalion in it or something like that. But that's more than 0. And as we've seen before, 1 is a bigger number than 0. I'm revealing a lot of my knowledge here. Okay, I went to university for 2 years for math. I did drop out, but if you ignore that part, this is solid advice. Okay. Anyways, what the hell am I talking about? We can send in the army. That'll allow us to. I mean, actually, our stability is pretty good. I think, like, overall, Somalia's position is not bad. That's going to be a negative 15%. Infrastructure off of you. We don't really need this. You also don't... I mean, we're going to need you eventually. But, like, both of these are kind of, like, not super useful. Let's go down political peace for right now. Because then you are a research bonus towards trucks, which is basically garbage. I've already got that researched. The ports, I mean, I guess could theoretically be okay because there's 3 naval bases. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that counts against this number. So it actually might be a detriment to our economy, which is very, very funny when you think about it. Aside from that, what do you want? Let's research the tanks. 170 days. We're going to take it. So, actually, Bulgaria did kill the Greeks. I think Bulgaria will end up winning their war. The SRI looks like they're actually going to capitulate pretty soon as well. CNT is going to win, but that's kind of to be expected. And we have had a ceasefire between MacArthur and the Pacific States. Now, there's a slight chance they can unify if MacArthur chooses to step down from the presidency. Will he actually do that? I do not know. Beijing's collapsed to the Gumanjin. Really? I mean, I guess you're also fighting the Chongqing government and the Feting government. You are fighting many, many people at the moment. We'll kind of see how that goes for you. Party Commune looks like they're probably going to end up winning the war in Italy. And very, very soon the War of the Desert will be breaking out as well. Are we going to get involved in that? I don't know yet. Because we can join the Cairo Pact. It is a thing we can do. And if we beat the Ethiopians prior to the Ottoman Empire falling, we will do that in order to kind of extend the campaign at least a little bit longer. Make it like 1 or 2 episodes longer than it otherwise would be. Because I'm sure this campaign's probably going to be like 8 episodes or something like that at most. Oh, MacArthur did resign the presidency. That should lead to the unification between these two. Now, if I'm not mistaken, MacArthur can be elected president afterwards. Or at least I know he can if you win the Civil War outright. We did that in one of our campaigns in the past, where we did MacArthur, where he stepped down and then became president afterwards. So it is a possibility. Okay, 2 more divisions. Let's send them to the front. How is our supplies looking, by the way? That's mountain. What is the supply button? Am I stupid? F4? There we go. I mean, the supplies seem pretty decent. Like, we actually have a surprising number of trucks. For some reason, I don't know, I can't put the trucks into divisions. I don't know why that is. Like, we have camels. Have I just actually not researched trucks? Is it the same issue that I'm facing with the tank divisions? No, we have early. I guess we don't have trucks. We have early trucks. Can you not put early trucks into divisions? Apparently, actually, no. Motorized infantry only unlocks with regular trucks. I actually thought early trucks would be enough for that. So actually, the 100% research bonus here actually can play a little bit of a part in our plans. Because how many trucks do we have right now? Like, we're getting 429. Legitimately might be too many. That might be too many trucks for what we're actually doing right now. Georgia has joined up with the Germans. Not a big surprise when they stay as the kingdom. I think kingdom is a guaranteed pro-Reichspakt, and then if they go Republican, it depends on what they do with the Treaty of Puupi. Okay, Yemen's declared war against the Ottomans as well. Again, nothing too surprising. This is kind of like what you would expect. And it looks like Hayel is deciding to rebel against the Ottoman Empire. Good for you, Hayel. We'll see what they get up to. Muscat is just hanging out. They don't really have any grand plan, it looks like, at the moment. And actually, it looks like, is the SRI actually going to end up winning in Italy? As long as the Italian Republic can hold Milan, do you have military access through, you do. So 2 Sicily troops can support the Italian Republic. Are they actually going to do that, though? Because the AI sometimes... I don't know if they actually want to support this or not. It's kind of hard to say. But they still have Milan. As long as they hold Milan, the SRI doesn't win. But I do believe if Milan collapses, then the SRI is probably going to end up winning the war. Would at the very least be my guess on the situation there. Anything else going on in the world? Not really. I feel like everything else is pretty much what you would expect. Okay, research speed. You need higher education, because apparently until you learn how to read, you're not allowed to learn how to drive. This is... Okay, we don't actually need this focus. Muhammad Abullah Hassan, or as he's better known abroad, the Man Mullah, was the one who successfully defeated the British and Italian imperialists during the Vil Creek and secured Somali sovereignty and freedom for a generation to come. However, Hassan himself possessed a aversion to personal representation and was an iconoclast who believed that photos would steal and trap his soul. The matter of the fact is, we do not possess the information needed to properly portray him, bar secondhand accounts. How shall our history books portray him? Carefully, you wouldn't want to steal the soul of such a great man. I'm surprised we don't even have an option there. You know what? Maybe I want to steal his soul. Maybe his soul will be very, very important for the future of Somalia. Put him right in the in like the legislator. I think we can use his soul for some good for ourselves, honestly. Okay, well they've lost Milan. Concealment is dog shit because Ethiopia's not gonna have any aircraft. Do we even have any cavalry? We have 2. Ground support doesn't do anything. We don't have planes, right? We could probably buy some. Or the only selling naval bombers at the moment. More support. You're selling one support equipment. We could buy Ethiopian rifles. Use them against them. Let's buy Afghani rifles. I think that seems reasonable. Me and Afghanistan, we don't have beef. Paid one more infantry up as well. And you are the weaker divisions. So you, I want you to not exist. Basically. These units are essentially hot garbage. We can make our armies a lot better by upgrading you. Advanced machine tools. Excellent. You're a 41 tech. A little too expensive. Let's research artillery. I know we, like, legitimately don't have any of them. You know what, actually, we can do? Let's switch out trucks. We have, I think, too many trucks. Let's start building up some artillery here. We can probably get a handful of them to maybe, to help us out here. Hey, Philippines have been annexed by the Japanese. That's fine. Damocles project. So you're fighting, I would say, you're fighting a lot of people at the moment. Muscat is just kind of hanging out. I don't think they're getting involved in the war in any capacity. Yeah, and you're all in the Cairo Pact. Egypt. I mean, they seem like they're doing okay. Syria, I think, is going to collapse very, very soon. Let's go to partial mobilization. It's basically... Okay, genuinely, it doesn't actually do that much to us. Maybe it allows us to... Okay, Syndicate's taking over Australia. It might allow us to train, yeah, like one more division. So yeah, we'll take an extra division here. And you know, actually, give me an extra camel. Camels are cool. And yeah, like I said, we don't have... Oh, I can actually build a light tank. Okay. Let's duplicate you. I'm going to throw in light tank division. Remove. We don't even have 60, but that's okay. And then we're going to throw in a couple of infantry like so. Let's get you up to, let's say, 10 combat, which should be okay. Save this up. And let's see if we can build a tank. Now, I know we only have 39 tanks. So this is never going to be fully stocked up. But maybe... Well, actually, what's really is going to happen is we're going to get in one battle with the tank division. All the tanks are going to get destroyed, and it's basically a garbage infantry division. That's probably what's going to be happening here. But you know what? I guess we didn't actually need this. So just getting the tanks then gives us the division for it. Okay, that's good. For some reason, I thought maybe it's when they do, if you do Lend-Lease, it doesn't give you the actual division. There's something where you can get vehicles and stuff like that, and you don't actually get the upgrade for it. And also, we're not building any tanks, so this... I mean, I guess we could build tanks ourselves. Instead of rifles, we could just start building interwar light tanks. Like, we just want something extremely cheap. Improvised turrets. Light super fixed. So this is 0.1. We want like a stupidly cheap tank. 1.5, 0.5, put a heavy machine gun on this. Currently it's cost 2, which is it's extremely cheap. If I were to throw on radio's another 0.5. If I was to throw on you, an extra 1. And at that point, you'd rather just upgrade this. Breakthrough defense, breakthrough 1. One-man turret. 2.3, 2.5, 2.69. Let's just go with the one-man turret. Let's make this extremely shit garbage tank. You know, we might actually want to import some steel. Let's import 1 steel. I don't have any steel because I'm importing rifles. But once the rifles are done being imported, next delivery in 4 days. Once you're finished, there we go. Let's import 1 unit of steel. And what do I guess you just want to keep buying rifles. Yeah, there we go. Buy from Landers Wallonia. I have no qualms with the Reichspact. What do we actually want? Soft line attack, max entrenchment. I guess I'll go like trench warfare on this. It is a funky situation to be in for sure. But I think that the better entrenchment's probably worthwhile. I don't know why there's German vehicles moving through here. Do you get military access through Germany? You do. I guess because they own Djibouti. I think that's actually just like a thing. Let's do the railroads, right? There's the one railroad event from Djibouti to Addis Ababa or to here. Somewhere there's some sort of railroad. I know there's an event for it if you play Germany. Our new curriculum has gained a surprising number of traction, with thousands of students learning the alphabet set forth by the government. Well, I mean, I'll take the political power for sure. I guess we will take you. Not that, again, not that it's really going to make a big difference. We're basically never building anything. And Bulgaria actually won their war. Good on Bulgaria. Now, if I was Bulgaria, I would not have surrendered. Or not surrendered. I would not have done the peace treaty. I would have just outright annexed Romania, Serbia, and Greece. But I don't think the AI ever takes that. But believe me, I would. That would 100% be mine. Okay. Texas just overthrowing the Greek government. Now, I don't think these guys... I'm trying to remember if they can even join the Moscow Accord anymore. I think Greece can. Serbia might be able to. I know Romania, I think, is basically, like, locked out. You need a research stopper. You need this. Where are we? We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're 9 focuses away from being able to start the war against Somalia. Or against Ethiopia. Now, how far are they declaring war on us? Much closer. They just need crush Somalia here. So there's a decent chance that we will be on the receiving end of any aggression. Right? Like, that's very, very, very possible. Now, I'm not too worried about it. I'm feeling pretty confident with where our armies are at, you know, at this very moment. How much artillery pieces do we have? You'd be at -76. Honestly, that ain't so bad. I think all things considered, that's not horrible. Artillery at 45. Rifles are looking good. We have so many trucks. We actually got our light tanks built up. Excellent. You know what? Everything's coming up Somalia. I'm so happy to see it. In a war artillery. It actually has a use now. Do we go for a 1940 sport weapons, or do we go for improved artillery? Improved artillery is definitely cheaper, so I think it makes sense for us to probably go with that tech first before we move on to anything a little bit more complex than that. And we have our best generals, right? I mean, our best generals are still not good. A 1-2-2-2. You know what? Actually, I will take a. Actually, what are your modifiers before I actually make this decision? Your max entrenchment and cavalry leader. Promotion cost is cheaper. Planning speed is worse. But you have Desert Fox. You're better in desert tiles, which is our territory, but basically none of Ethiopia. So if we're on the if we're starting to lose, and we're getting pushed back into deeper into Somalia itself, then a switch to the Desert Fox would make sense. But our current general, the 1-2-2-2, I think is just better at the moment. I mean, he's better attack. But I mean, it's a 2.5% difference. So I don't know if it's going to be... Let's say it's probably not going to be game-changing for us. What about our cavalry? So you are at 6 combat with. I'm assuming you're probably really good in the desert. Not a huge surprise. Yeah, a lot of our units are dog shit. Like, our best units are 12 combat with infantry. Like, we're getting our rifles. We're getting 12 per day. It's a fairly decent rate. Let's throw in our support equipment. We're at -38. Honestly, it's not too bad. I'm more than willing to take it. Let's get our truck research so we can get our So we can get, I guess we can put trucks into our battalions. I guess that's like super important, but we do have a lot of them. Do I have no trains? I didn't know we had no trains. I guess it makes sense. Is anybody selling trains? Basic light tanks. Oh, now you're selling artillery, you fucking jackasses. Nobody is selling trains at the moment. Is it because we don't have trains research? Sometimes that affects this, maybe? Yeah, we don't even have trains research. Can I steal trains? No. We cannot. We have a lot of trucks, though. So the train situation is not great. But the truck situation is doing just fine. Do we even have railroads? We don't. So I don't know where those trains are even going to go. But you know what? I'm not an engineer, so maybe there's something I don't understand here. But what I do understand, I think this will be a good time for us to end off this episode. So if you enjoyed, thumbs up. Not enjoying, something down. You want to see more? Subscribe and goodbye.